God did, Hov did. It was cool. It was a cool verse. It was great how he narrated his whole career. But you know it's crazy when the Jay-Z fans. I love Jay-Z. I think he's the GOAT everything. But his fans, they're fucking disgusting, bro. Like they just come on, man. As soon as the verse came out, they want to break it down like this is another Da Vinci Code. It's not that serious. It was not that deep. Your man Guru was out there acting like we didn't understand what mud meant, and it was dirt and makeup. Oh my God, Rihanna sells Fenty. It's makeup. Ooh, like the mud, bro. Knock it off. The dopest line I thought was the y'all niggas out of pocket talking exotic. Ain't even been to the Bahamas. That was dope, but he didn't have like 16 of those. He had one of those. He's old, man. He's old, man. What you gonna do? I mean, it got to the point where they're saying it was a top 10 Jay-Z verse. It's like you don't listen to Jay-Z. If you think that's a top 10 Jay-Z verse, you don't listen. You haven't listened to Jay-Z. Jay-Z hasn't spit a top 10 verse in in a decade, bro. In 10 years. So it was just it's the standom that annoys me from anyone. It's the same thing with Trump. The same thing with Kanye. Kanye stands are annoying. They're gonna act like he invented rap. He invented fashion. He invented Jordans. You know what I mean? But it's just this fandom. Like it's in the Bible. Everything. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I always complain about this shit. But people are just stands. It just stands. And I ain't mad at it. But I get mad when it's just around me. And I got close friends they call me with excitement over this. It's just like you're gonna waste my I could have been roaming the internet right now watching the most random sex acts. And you're gonna like talk to me about a Jay-Z verse? Stands are garbage. Diamond's an anti-stand. DK. He hates LeBron now. And then, I think what really ruined it for Jay was when he came out and was like saying that once a black person makes it, they call him a capitalist and it's a slur. I think I understand what he was trying to say is that I think he's trying to cue everyone and tell them like, look, it's still not as great as it should be at this point. And he's living his dream. He's living the dream life. Hate is a strong word. Dime. Who are you kidding right now? I think Jay-Z was trying to explain, like, he's speaking from that point of view that, no, remember, I came from the bottom and I'm at the top and it still doesn't feel like I'm at the top. They still mistreat you. All right, cool. But don't tell me that we created this whole capitalist word and eat the rich because of you or anyone who's black, bro. Like, that's not how it worked. You have political parties who make a living or are relevant because of this kind of speech. So it ain't like bro, just rap. Make your money. That's just, and there's no disrespect. I guess I don't know if I want to say I'm shut up and dribble. I don't want to say that, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, you're not that guy. You can't be, Martin Luther King and Bill Gates. It doesn't work that way. And we've seen a lot of hypocritical things take place. I wonder if I could pull them. I can pull this up. Hold up a second. Like I learned I was a big Tupac fan. Big time Tupac fan. Let me see if I can get this going. But as soon as I got out of my Tupac standom, I understood like how hypocritical he was being. And it started with this. If you look, let me share this screen real quick. He's talking about MC Hammer here. This is like 1991 when MC Hammer blew up and sold like 10 million records, 20 million records. And MC Hammer was ahead of his time. MC Hammer was doing shit and Vanilla Ice, they were doing things that Puff and everyone started doing afterwards. This guy had his own cartoon on Saturday morning. On Saturday mornings, he had his own toy. So making tens of millions of records in the early 90s, and that's right when NWA came out. So mind you, Pac, he really started like coming in on his own in Oakland, California, where MC Hammer is actually from. And MC Hammer is not, he wasn't known as a soft dude. Anyone that ever speaks about MC Hammer, you hear them talk, Big Boy from Outkast. Anytime you hear about Ask MC Search, who supposedly put a hit out on him, MC Hammer was no slouch. He wasn't no soft dude. So for to hear MC Tupac talk about him like this, just like a sellout, this was part of the theme for an MC, like a commercial rapper back then.
The reason, I mean, I'm down with him because he's a brother and he's making his mail. But, however, he's diluting rap. You know what I'm saying? He's making something. He's playing that Sambo role, and the reason everybody's buying his record is because he's no threat, and everybody want to see Sambo dance.
The man sold 10 million records.
See, and that's my problem. Like, you hear Tupac talking like that. Then there's even another video where Pac, he talks about Donald Trump, and in that same era where he's like, everything's about gimme, 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 and he's speaking about capitalism. He's talking about how why does the White House have a thousand rooms and there's a bunch of homeless people outside in Washington D.C. He's talking like that, but eventually, at a certain point in his life, Tupac became the total opposite, just a flagrant gang banging. Look at this. Like, how'd you go from calling this guy a sellout? You know what I'm saying? Look what he's saying here.
Rap to make money. This is about everybody rap.
And shout out to Master Student at Music and Builds on Twitter.
We don't rap. We rap to make money. We do business. Ain't no other record company out there that sold as many records as we did. This is about everybody rap.
You heard what he said? What is the point of making rap music? It's to make money. He was just shitting on Hammer for being a sellout or whatever it is. But this guy did a whole 180. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm the biggest Pac fan ever. But that's the thing. When you are a celebrity, when you're a star like that, when you have the master, the gift of gab, you could pull shit like this and people are going to follow you. That's what this whole celebrity thing is about. And that's going back to what I was saying before. It was I was talking to my homeboys about, like, once you show off, it's like this we live in an era where people are seriously ridiculous. Like, this is Muhammad Ali talk. This is Ric Flair talk. People are seriously ridiculous. When you see a Tekashi 6ix9ine, people can't believe what's going on. They know it's kind of like, this guy's a fraud. Tekashi 6ix9ine is a fraud. Who's he gonna shoot? He ain't doing nothing. But they can't believe he's involved. That's why they're a big fan of like someone like Academics, because Academics is really a blogging dude, right? He's a little chat dude that comments on your videos and everything, who happens to have a seat at the table because, think about it. Shout out to my man Primo. He got something to offer. He's one of these little chat dudes that got info and got privy to a bunch of rumors and everything, but he knows how to blow you up. He knows how to keep your algorithm up. He understands this technology thing. So for him and this era is 20 times crazier than it was in the 90s and what you see with a Tupac and what you see with a Jay-Z, who feels like he got to stay relevant by saying things like that, by saying things like, you know, eat the rich. You only saying eat the rich because I'm rich and black now. And it's like, nah, Jay, that's not true. So again, I got a whole bunch of homeboys and friends that they feel a certain kind of way because I've always spoken against that. I thought he did Dame dirty when it happened in real time. You know, it was easy to write off Dame because who wants to be cool with Dame Dash? He's a jerk. He's a jerk. I think he's a jerk. I don't want to be, who wants to be around him? So it's easy to say, yo, dude, yeah, forget about him. But then little by little, it won't happen with Kaepernick. You know, again, I started the show off by saying I just started watching football because I stopped with Kaepernick. But now it's like, you know, he didn't have a plan and Jay-Z snuck in there, and you could say it's foul, but it was an opportunity for him. So that's like, you can't be that guy and then talk about like, yo, why you want to eat the rich for? It's like, because you want to eat. You're willing to cut people's heads off when they trying to do something. Like, why didn't you help Kaepernick out more? Why don't you use some of your influence, which is the longer game, and trying to get everyone to maybe round up some money? I mean, we live in a time where Nas is working with damn Andreessen Horowitz or Ben Horowitz, and they're raising money and creating different venture capitalists to invest in everything in the world, but they would never dare invest in starting a football league. And your man is LeBron. Like, they have way too many connections to make excuses now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my biggest beef with all that. So again, I think once you make it to that point, if you have enough of a following, you know, people are gonna follow you for whatever reason, man. It just is what it is. Moving right along.